Tal Anderson is a LA-based film and television actor known for her co-star role as Sid in the Netflix original series Atypical. Most recently, she starred in My Sister Harper, an extremely powerful and emotional short film about a young woman with autism and the unbreakable bond with her sister that's revealed in the hard decisions made by her family. Autistic and fantastic, Tal Anderson brings so much to the screen with authenticity and integrity.
Incredibly talented. Tal, you are an actor, model, producer, writer, and editor. The truth is that you are amazing in front of the camera and behind it. I don't know when you sleep. You wear many hats on and off of the stage. Which one is your absolute favorite?
I definitely consider myself an actor above everything else. But I did go to film school, and all the things I do in the industry, writing, editing, and filmmaking, are all important to me. I went to film school, so I learned a lot of different areas of the industry. Because in school I focused on post-production, and I freelance as an editor for independent films when I'm not on set. The reason I like editing is because I can influence the story in a completely different way than I can as an actor, but also because I think part of being a good actor is understanding the process. So I wanted experience on set in all the different areas of production, and I got that in film school.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, again, amazing in front of the camera and behind it. You are, of course, known for your role as Sid in Atypical alongside Sam, played by Kara Gilchrist. Out of all of the personal challenges and growth that Sam went through on the show, which were you personally most able to relate to, and why?
First of all, Keir is an amazing actor, and his portrayal of Sam really made me feel seen in a lot of ways. I think for me, the thing I was most able to relate to was Sam's struggles in college. I felt like they were very authentic, and I myself went through some of the same challenges he did. I didn't want to ask for help at first because I wanted to prove I could do it. Also, just dealing with a completely different environment and schedule and so many strangers in crowded rooms, it was a lot.
Right. Well, how fantastic though that I love how you say, that you felt seen with the way that, Sam was portrayed and stuff. So that's awesome. And the fact that you got to be part of that experience, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
So characters with disabilities are played by actors with and without disabilities. And this is a big topic, a big conversation right now. What for you has been the biggest challenge that you faced as a person with autism playing a character with autism?
Playing characters with autism can be challenging, just like playing any other character, because you have to first understand who that character is. But when I'm playing an autistic character who has different experiences than me, like someone who is non-speaking or who is non-binary, or maybe who got diagnosed as an adult, it's more challenging because those are experiences that are very, very different than mine. And I get some anxiety because I don't want to portray that character incorrectly. I want to help get different perspectives on screen, and I don't want to mess it up if I get that chance. It's a lot of responsibility.
Yeah, no, for sure it is. And what would you say, just in the industry in general, just you being an actor, what has been the biggest challenge?
The biggest challenge for me in general in the film industry, I think, has nothing to do with me being autistic, actually. I feel like my biggest challenge is the same as any actor trying to be successful in Hollywood. This job is not easy, and it's not a job for people who want instant results.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, we all share the same sort of challenges, you know, in a lot of ways. Each of us has our own set of challenges, right? So yeah, no, I hear you. It's not an easy industry for anyone. So good point. So recognized as an AwareNow official selection, My Sister Harper is a brilliant short film that you recently starred in that provides a look at life through the lens of a family member of a young adult with autism. So I was blown away. In 6 minutes and 11 seconds, nearly every emotion is seen and felt. What emotion for you? What emotion did this film make you feel the most?
I don't have any neurotypical siblings. I have two brothers, and one is autistic and the other has a pretty severe anxiety disorder. So I personally haven't had the experience Harper had with her family, but the director, Lucy Hirschfeld, has a younger brother who is autistic, and she is very close to him. So this film comes from her personal experiences. But I understand Harper and how she fits into the family. She has complete trust in them, and she loves them, and she knows they love her. She's just, living her life. And personally, when doing this film, the strongest emotion I felt was joy. Charlotte grew up and left the family, and Harper rarely got to see her. So when she gets the chance to stay the weekend with Charlotte, Harper feels nothing but excitement, happiness, and love. I think what makes the film so interesting is the contrast between Charlotte's heavy guilt and anxiety and Harper's complete trust and joy.
Yeah. And that is, what an incredible juxtaposition. It was just an incredible film. So
add something. I understand Harper and how she fits into the family. She has complete trust in them, and she loves them, and she knows they love her. She's just living her life, and she doesn't realize how much responsibility everyone else feels for her. I lived a pretty sheltered life also, so I know what that feels like, and I depend a lot on my parents. So I know how it feels to love and trust someone completely with your life.
Yeah, for sure. So the topic brought up in My Sister Harper regarding the long-term care and housing of our autistic adults, it's a complicated and gut-wrenching decision that families sometimes have to consider in real life. So what would you like to say to caregivers out there who are having to face some of these tough decisions?
I honestly don't know how to answer this. I know that, I'm still learning to be independent myself, to be honest. But I know that the plan for me is not to live in one of those facilities, so I don't think about it much. I worry about my parents dying, but I have my brothers and I have cousins that I am close to, so I think I will be okay. But living without having my parents around is something I like. It's not something I like to think about. I guess what I would tell caregivers to try to make sure that there is someone around for that person who they know, trust, and love, whether that is a cousin or even a family friend, because having someone you trust and who loves you can decrease anxiety so much.
Right. Yeah, no, for sure. And that's an excellent point. So I'm curious to know what is next for Tal Anderson. And if I were to sit down with you 5 years from now, and I were to ask, hey, what's happened over these past 5 years? You would say Allie, I'm so excited. True story. You won't believe what just happened. What did you do? 5 years. What does that look like for you?
Well, my fantasy for the future would be that I wrote a TV pilot and pitched it to Netflix and it was picked up. In addition to producing it, I will be in a series regular and may even direct an episode or two. As for right now, well, I'm in another show that is coming out sometime. It's untitled still and not announced, but I can say it's a new series on Prime Video, and I am in a recurring co-star role, so I'm pretty excited to be part of a new project with an amazing team. But long-term future, I really want to have the chance to stay in television and be a series regular, but I also would like to work in feature films. I have the Marvel Cinematic Universe dream like every other actor. But in general, I just want to continue to have opportunities to be challenged as an actor. And so far, I have been given many amazing opportunities. So I am grateful.
Right. You are grateful and you are talented and gorgeous and amazing. And we appreciate you just for being you. And I appreciate you for taking this time to share your story, Tal. We're excited to watch what's next for you, and we've loved what we've seen so far. And thank you for helping all of us become a bit more aware now.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate the selection for my sister Harper. I'm so thrilled for Lucy. I think she's going to do great things in the industry.
I would agree with you, absolutely. Thank you so much, Tal. Appreciate you so much. And thank you again.
Thank you.